And let's take a look at what is happening in Tahrir Square in Cairo live now. This is the live picture from there. Protesters, as John Lyon has been saying, have begun a sit-in. It's assumed that this will be a week-long sit-in in protest against President Mursi's decision to grant himself these sweeping new powers. Opposition groups have accused him of behaving like a dictator. And of course, the square, a poignant image, a throwback to last year's 18-day anti-President Mubarak uprising, where protesters had camped out in the square. Well, American officials have been quick to react to these developments. The State Department called for calm and urged Egyptians to resolve their differences peacefully. For more on this, we can speak to Eric Trager, who joins us from Boston via webcam. He's a fellow at the Washington Institute for Near East Policy. What do you make of this decision and also the timing? It comes so soon after President Mursi was praised for brokering that ceasefire in Gaza.
Well, it's good to be with you. It seems pretty clear that for the second time in his 5-month presidency, Morsi has used a national security crisis as a pretext for claiming more power. So we actually saw this in August. You had a terrorist attack in the Sinai, killed 16 Egyptian soldiers. Morsi used that to issue his first constitutional declaration that gave himself full executive, constitutional, and legislative authority. He's essentially done the same thing here in the aftermath of the Gaza fighting.
Now, some people are positive about what he's done. He has, of course, so many supporters. It's a very divided country at the moment. How do you think the people will react to this? And also, what will his reaction be to those protesters? Will he listen to them?
You know, what's interesting here is how swift the response has been against him. You have mass protests in Cairo that are really supported by all of the non-Islamist factions. That's the first time they've really united since the revolution. On the other hand, though, the Muslim Brotherhood is Egypt's best mobilized political force. And unlike Mubarak's old ruling party, it really can turn out massive demonstrations to support its president. So Morsi has no reason, really, to give into these protests because he can respond with his own protests. And that's really why this could get extremely ugly, especially as Salafist groups, those are groups that are even more radical than the Muslim Brotherhood, have backed Morsi as well.
And Eric, what about the $1 billion aid package that was pledged by the Obama administration? What do you think is going to happen with that?
I mean, you know, that aid, and not only from the United States, by the way, but from the entire international community, should really be put on hold. The message to Egypt should be that foreign aid is not charity. It's an investment in a certain type of Egypt, an Egypt that maintains democratic stability at home and responds abroad in a cooperative and responsible way. Clearly, here we have a situation in Egypt where chaos is likely, or mass protests are likely, and that will really undermine the extent to which that will be an investment in a positive Egypt.
OK, Eric Trager from the Washington Institute for Near East Policy. Very good to talk to you. Thank you very much.